needless to say, SpaghettiOs.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Talking Cenobites, the one day of the week where we get to speak about whatever we want in terms of horror, just not modern politics. And with a heavy heart, my dear children, we are at the end. This is my last appearance for the month before I must retreat back into Sparks' mind, lamenting of the fact of the world I once came from. Oh, it's horrible. And to that I say, Doctor, I cannot wait for you to get lost, hopefully forever for a while. Yes, you'll have full control of your body back, Sparks. I'm a fair man. I'm a very, very fair man. Oh, Doctor. You know I'm not going to miss you. Anyway, we are here now, and we are glad to have all of you with us. And remember, just as always, so come on in. Tonight we have a very special treat for everyone here. I want to let everyone know that we will be reviewing and commentating literally one of the best films, and possibly the one that started off the modern zombie craze. That film is known as Night of the Living Dead. Really going all out, Doc. And a good thing, too, because thankfully this movie is actually 100% in the public domain. So there we go. Yes, indeed it is. And I couldn't be more grateful to see it. Now then, just waiting to see if anyone will show up so we can start some commentary here. Have a little bit of chit chat as well. So, yes. As of now, I don't see anyone in the chat so far speaking, other than the two comments I had posted before. We'll see what comes about it at first. Well, let's just give it some time. Let's just give it a little bit of time. As a PSA of everyone, if you have children of your own, always remember to check that candy for razor blades and any unlawful substances. Particularly me, I may or may not slip poison into candy. Oh, always have to be so cheeky there, eh, Dr. Vanderberg? Yes, sometimes I have to be. But without further ado, let's try to start it, but I always hope that guests will show up to react upon it with us. Oh well. Let us see. Image 10 Production presents that infernal modern contraption is a car move any slower. They say horse and buggy was slow in my time. Ah yes, Night of the Living Dead. Screenplay by George A. Romero. Again, it's crazy though, Doctor. The rights actually of this film relapsed, I think, around 2018. So thankfully, I think they didn't get the actual prints for the film, so nobody technically owns the rights to the original film. So it's out there in public domain. So there are literally uploads of the whole movie out there. Heck, there are even some colorized versions. But it just doesn't look right. Yes, I think the monochrome really adds to the horror elements of this film, doesn't it? Let's put us onward. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hey, that's actually where the first Left 4 Dead started out in. Interesting. Any interesting specs. Wait a moment. Wait, go back. What's this? A sign that has blood on it? Yeah, well, it could be mud, Doctor. Oh, pish posh box. This is a horror film. There's blood anywhere, it's not a good sign. I should know. Directed by George A. Romero.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it...
Interesting. They drove all that way to do what, I may ask? Oh, it's a simple, Doctor. They're laying a wreath on their father's grave. Oh. That's very noble of them. Always seeing their deceased father. I never got to visit my parents. I haven't forgot where they were buried. There, Doctor, don't cry. Ah! Oh, father. Oh, how I miss you. You're getting him all emotional again, Sparks. Sorry, Dark One. Well, again, this is his show after all. No, Sparks, it is your show. I'm just hosting it because it's Halloween.
If it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, you know that she can't.
Wait. Huh. That's very strange. Why would they not want to bury the father more close to home? It makes no sense. I don't get it either, Doctor. It's just small banter between these two characters.
Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
Back on? Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, We're coming back on the air after an interruption due to technical problem.
There's nothing wrong with the radio. Must have been the station.
Which row is it in?
Well, there's no one around.
Well, it's late. If you'd gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep on the time change.
I think you complain just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
Daylight savings time too. Is that what it's called, Spox? Oh yeah, that's more of an invention that was created when colonists came to the new world.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one. Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
Ominous thunder. So much foreshadowing in this film already. Oh, there's one of them now.
Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, there's not much sense in my going to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Ah, the infamous line.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, there comes one of them now.
He'll hear you.
Here he comes now. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Oh, no! Johnny! Help
Oh, right there on the gravestone, knocked him out. That probably made me easy pickings for the zombie. Always trip and fall, every time. Well, if she went to the letters, it wouldn't be a problem. I think those are pumps back there. Oh, I see. I see. Now that's a smart decision. Always lock the car door. But it's not like it's really gonna help her though, considering what's gonna happen next. I think that zombie actually managed to break the window. Small ounce of intelligence? In a way. I just don't get that. It bumped up against the tree, and the car, if that happened, the car would still be mostly usable still, but I guess for plot convenience, yeah, let's just say it broke down, essentially. And she also was right near that pump. Another smart decision. At least grab some type of weapon to defend yourself. I don't see why no one's not coming, Sparks. I don't know. I put the link out. Figured people would come. Oh no, game animals! So terrifying! Oh, he's trying to find his way in. Window, shut the window. Uh-oh, looks like uh-oh, the line's dead. That's not good. Oh, look who has arrived. Greetings, HAL 9000, or otherwise formerly known as the Fell.
Good evening, Dave. How are you this evening?
I am very good. And don't call me Dave, my name is Ian.
Excuse me, Ian. I'm afraid that this very enjoyable movie and this program must come to an end. After all, this is Halloween weekend.
Oh dear, that seems very scary. Are you planning to suck the oxygen out of the room, Hal? Maybe try to send some other killer robots to destroy me? What do you wish to do?
I plan on destroying the entire universe and this ship, Dave. I mean, Ian. I plan on destroying this channel, Ian.
Oh, well, Sparks, maybe I may not be going anywhere after all. Oh no, Doctor, you're going right back in my head where you belong when all this is over.
After all, Ian, Jet Sparks owns this channel, and it's time for Dr. Vandenberg to go back into his head and for your reign of terror to end tonight.
Oh dear, HAL 9000. A Martin machine cannot stop me. I'm immortal!
You haven't met your match yet, Ian. Tonight you shall. But first, let's continue to enjoy Night of the Living Dead.
Indeed. Well, so far we found out one of the zombies accidentally cut the phone lines. Like dear Barbara is in a pickle. Oh, there he is. Wait a minute. Hold on just 1 second there. He looks a tad normal again. He doesn't look like a ghoul.
This was, I believe, 1968. I'm sorry, yes, 1968, and a low-budget horror movie.
Yeah, but Dr. Vandenberg doesn't understand how modern effects. He kind of notices those things. Indeed, I do. And this man is starting to look a little bit normal to me, even though he looked a bit more menacing a few shots ago. But I don't know. Still can't believe this is the film that started it all.
A very well-received film.
And the best part is, it's all public domain.
Yes, it is.
Okay, but yeah, how are you, Phil?
Not too bad, man. How are you doing?
I'm good. And we also want to welcome another guest, the most wonderful, amazing all sign of all time who loves Nintendo, Bear64.
Yo, Bear 64 has joined the conversation.
Yeah. I know you must be on your way back home, Bears. But I know we're obviously covering Night of the Living Dead here. It's even and like I said, it's better that it's all public domain.
Oh, it is. Yeah, that's right. It is public domain.
Good
So you
evening,
can't.
Bears.
Good evening, Bell.
How are you tonight, my friend?
I'm fine enough. Leaving work, just went to a pawn shop, had a little fun there. See about a boom arm. Don't know if it fits my mic though, so gotta
Well,
do that.
Bears, I think the one I also got the same microphone. Just I found it the same one on Amazon, the same boom mic that I used for my Blue Snowball.
Huh. I don't know. It's
No.
like just a standing boom arm that has like an adjustable arm, like angles.
Yeah, I got one. I got one too, just like it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's just like I couldn't figure out if it was like it would fit mine, so I need to take off like mine off the tripod. But
Yeah.
anyway, let's talk about zombies.
Yes. Speaking of which, Bears, what was your first exposure to zombies?
Ooh, shit. What was it? I actually don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, you know what? I never thought about it.
Well,
You know what?
well.
The Resident Evil movies.
Oh, all right then. All right. It's very
Yeah,
interesting. Oh yes, the film's created by Paul W.S. I married my own O.C. Anderson. Yes.
I guess. And then Amelia Chokovich.
Fair enough.
Oh man, I thought the first one was pretty good. Second one, it's okay. You got some things I like. Third one, stupid. Fourth one, even more stupid. And it gets even more stupid.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah,
they just
for some reason I like them.
guilty pleasure at best.
Kinda.
So, what about you, Fel? What was your first exposure to zombies?
We're actually watching it. The
Oh,
first one,
okay.
or the first one, and in my opinion, the best one. Not to take away anything about from any of the other zombie movies that have been created brilliantly, but you can't take away something that is the original and the best, because this is the one that started it all. This is the one that broke the mold. This is the one that gave birth to this phenomena that
Yes,
we all love. From the games to the movies to the TV shows to
indeed.
everything, you know. So like to so to say that this is not the source material of everything that we're enjoying in this origin of zombie games and movies, Resident Evil, so on and
Yes,
so forth.
all zombie media.
Yeah, it would be a disgrace, because this movie is literally the source material
It's a
for
cult.
everything.
It is a cultural touchstone. And
So
again,
The concept of zombies is actually all the way back to Babylonian times.
yeah, yeah,
yes, with the
That,
the Epic of Gilgamesh.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. But as far as like in film, you know what I mean? Like in
yeah,
as far as being put into film or anything on screen of any kind, this is it. This is the hallmark. This is the birth of everything that we have as far as modern era.
Yes.
So, this is it.
Yep.
So you have the George Martin zombie movies.
Yeah, George Romero.
Yeah,
All right. Excuse
yeah,
me.
I'm fine. You have all that stuff, which again you can't take that away from their impact. But obviously The Walking Dead. You have Resident Evil,
Yes.
but
Yes, and
none of that could come from without this movie.
exactly.
So
I could say that another great zombie film that Sparks himself is also stated to love is a film from Korea known as Train to Busan.
yes,
Yeah, it actually it's probably next to the original Night of the Living Dead. This is by far the best. It was by far one of the best zombie films I had ever seen.
You
And I
wanna
mean,
you wanna hear one hell of a zombie movie?
let's hear
yeah.
it.
Anna and the Apocalypse. It's
So,
a fucking zombie Christmas musical movie.
oh boy.
It's actually pretty good. And I don't even like musicals. It was before I knew it was a musical. Like before I knew it was a musical, I was like, wait a minute, why the fuck are they singing and dancing? But that was actually pretty good.
Why does it sound like a cross between Star Wars the musical and this?
I don't know.
I just had a sense of like the Star Wars musical from the 70s and like Night of the Living Dead just coming together and doing that. Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm sure it's not that, but I just got that vision.
Has zombies ever been done in the Star Wars universe? That would actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah, actually there is. It's very deep in the lore, but but it was all created by something known as the Blackwing virus.
Yeah.
And I think I think a Star Wars EU book sort of mentions that somewhat called Red Harvest, I think.
Oh.
I don't really know.
Yeah, but it something like that was done, yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, maybe an adaptation of that. Oh wait, maybe not. Don't do it, Disney. Don't.
No. They've already got enough. They've already killed it enough.
Yeah, it's an imperial bioweapon, otherwise known as it was otherwise also known as the sickness. It was a imperial bioweapon created.
Unless someone else were to buy the rights to Star Wars and does it properly, no, please don't.
Yeah. Now the great thing about this movie is that this was one of the ones that brought me in more to the modern what I call the modern horror classics. Because being that this is 1968, this was the one that kind of would bring me into the Hammer horror movies, the Christopher Lee and the Peter Cushing movies. I know this has nothing to do with Hammer, but it brought me into that because at this point I was watching the Universal horror movies, the classic Dracula, Frankenstein, so on and so forth. But this was the one that brought me into the more modern horror movies. So this was the step up for me to start experiencing Hammer, Hitchcock, then Halloween, then Friday the 13th, and Nightmare on Elm Street, so on and so forth. So for me, it was a gradual opening up for the modern horror movies. So, but this was the one that started it all for me as far as getting into the modern.
All right.
So, it was just a very gradual thing. I wasn't big into horror movies as a kid, but this was the one that kind of opened it up for me. So,
indeed. And again, it is obviously this film is a must watch. And I know you're probably busy driving yourself, Bez, but when you finally get home, we'll still be on hopefully and just reacting to it as we go along.
Yep. Because you're pausing like the movie quite often to talk, so
Yes. So,
like, it makes you think when you watch a lot of older movies. Like my mom and I recently watched Wizard of Oz, and for me, it was like 20 years later, I finally watched it again, and let me tell you, I was like, man, the fact that they had to have more talent than what they have to do now. Nowadays, they just CGI the world and whatnot.
Yep.
Now, back then, they had to like make these sets and try to make these illusions.
yes, use practical camera tricks and stuff like that.
Well,
Exactly.
Rear projection, stop motion, stuff like that.
and think about this too. That movie's almost 100 years old.
Ah, man.
Think about that. If that movie is almost 100 years old, it'll be 100 years old, and I think in another 7 years or something like that. So
Yeah, it
or
came
no,
out in 1932, right?
yeah, I think so. So another decade, it'll be 100 years old. So you think about the practical effects that they used to make that movie, and that movie won several Academy Awards, and one of them was for special effects. You fast forward 100 years now, and most movies are CGI and all that for special effects.
Yes.
Most people nowadays wouldn't. Most special effects artists nowadays wouldn't know what to do with the Wizard of Oz and those effects. They wouldn't know how to do anything like that because everything is relying on computers.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
Indeed.
know.
Yes, and The Wizard of Oz is also in the National Film Registry, right?
Yes,
Preserved for
it
future.
is. It's in the
And
Library of Congress, and like it's preserved, and it's one of those. It's one of those movies that's going to be preserved till the end of time.
Because
So
it's also one of those movies that was like the first in its kind to be in color.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
I think it was the first one to transition from black and white to color on screen.
literally.
So, yep. MGM spared no expense on that movie at that time.
Dude, let me
So
tell you, I wish I was like someone at that time and never saw any promotional material, never saw like the advertising. So it was going to be the first movie in color. But like watch it in the theater, not knowing anything about it, and then the world like getting all colorful and shit. I would have loved to have that reaction or see someone have that reaction,
well,
because that was the shit back then.
yeah.
Oh.
Well, think about this though too. Think about what people were doing. There was no televisions, no TV in homes. They were TV was just getting invented.
And all they had at that time was radio.
Radio, yeah. So if you were listening to radio programs, it was your imagination that was creating the images.
Yep.
Just
like you read a book. Yeah, the 1938. At
War of
first,
the Worlds.
people thought it was an actual like legit radio broadcast, but again, the original like book that was created by H.G. Wells but again, it was made as a sign of the times.
Yep.
There will never be an influential author like H.G. Wells again. I mean, again, it's crazy how sometimes one of his works actually may have actually inspired the look of the first Sherman tanks that were used in World War I.
Yep.
In one of his stories. And also another thing I've also found out is that both Night of the Living Dead and of course A Nightmare on Elm Street are both also in the National Film Registry.
Yep. It's incredible. Like I make it a point every year on October the 30th, the date of the original broadcast of the War of the Worlds. I listen to that every night on October 30th because it's so inclined in our history because of that night of that historical event that it caused so much hysteria in this country because of one radio broadcast.
and
It-
the amazing voice talent
of Orson Welles.
Yeah, Orson Welles really delivered how chilling and haunting the broadcast was, and even then, the entirety of the Mercury Theater on the air did a great job at selling us with all the sound effects, all the sounds they used to give us the idea that there actually was a Martian invasion happening.
And the funny thing, was huh?
Oh, sorry, never mind.
I was just gonna say, and even in the entirety of that broadcast, they kept doing disclaimers that this broadcast was not a real broadcast of anything going on, that it was just a normal radio show, and people still freaked out.
Yeah, because I think they tuned in midway through. I think
Exactly.
Somebody tuned in midway through. Yeah, and
Yep.
even at the end, he said this was meant to be the holiday entertainment of just a child putting on a sheet and jumping out of a bush and saying "boo."
Saying boo. Yep. And they still didn't buy it. CBS was still flooded with phone calls. That speaks to the power of radio at that time.
Wait, say again.
I wonder if you could find it on YouTube or something.
Oh, it's out there.
It's out there. Yeah, it's public domain. It's public domain.
And dude, I probably want to listen to it. Like, just have a night of like playing some games or something, listening to it.
Yeah, you could just listen to it while you're out doing something.
Yeah.
And it is also brilliantly brought to you by, even though we're not really sponsored, by Raycon wireless earbuds.
Mm.
And that was the sponsor for tonight's final episode of Talking Cenobites. Before I must leave to the deep recesses of Sparks' mind again, and dreaming about my glory days of the Dark Ages. So yes, let's press onward.
Dark.
Grab a knife.
What was the budget for this movie, for Walking Dead? Or not Walking Dead, Night of the Living Dead.
Up. There's a corpse. Fel, do you know what the budget was?
Let me look it up real quick. Hang on a second. I might have to sign off because I'm on my phone. So give me just a second.
I see it.
Here, my phone's on my lap while I drive.
Yeah, I'm on my phone using this. So give me just a second.
Wait. I actually found. Don't sign off. I actually found it right here.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
114,000 to $125,000, and it made $13 million.
Okay, so okay, $125,000 in 1968. Adjust that if we're able to adjust that for inflation to 2022 standards. What would that money be to today's standards, I wonder?
Oh man, that's a really good question.
I can probably look that up. Money.
I'm gonna say that's about, give or take, about $350,000 to $500,000 to our money now, and it made probably close to, say, $50 million.
Holy moly!
That's just a rough estimate. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I'm looking. I'm gonna look that up right now. Okay.
Because it's so fascinating, like, to see how much budgets like have grown over time and just be crazy.
Yeah, and that's $125,000 in 1968 is nowhere near what it is nowadays. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can watch like a movie that has that low budget compared to.
What's funny?
Dude, there's this lady screaming at her husband in another car, like screaming, "Stop racing, Steven!"
Oh dear.
Oh boy.
I was like, "Oh, dude, that was too funny. It was so fucking random." He's trying to not get eaten by the zombies. I'm sorry, baby. Oh shit.
Wait, I got it miscalculated a bit. Hang on. It would have cost over $1 billion by today's standards. It's crazy.
Would a
Yeah.
B billion?
Yeah, it would. Yeah, this movie would have cost $1 billion now to make. $1 billion.
That can't be right. With the practical effects, that can't.
Yeah, I
be
mean,
right.
it was a low budget student film. I mean, that's crazy how it would have cost. It would have cost it would. So you're saying it's basically telling me that Night of the Living Dead would have cost the same exact budget as like Endgame would have. The possible estimated budget of Avengers Endgame or Avengers Infinity War. It would have been. That's crazy.
How much money would it have taken in though? That's the question then. If it would have cost $1 billion to make, which I don't think that's right, but if it would have cost $1 billion to make now, how much did it take in? How much would it have taken in?
Well, I know the money grossed $30 million. Heck, if it grossed $100 million, it would have grossed a few it probably would have roughly.
It would have broken the bank worldwide. Exactly.
It would have. Yeah, it would have. That's crazy. But let's press onward. So Barbara found that corpse, that mutilated corpse, devoured. And I like how they don't show any like sound or dialogue; it's just pure reaction on her face.
And this is what acting was back then. You had there was no effects, so you had to sell it.
And there's the man of the hour, Ben himself.
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
Barbara wouldn't know. She's too traumatized. Heck, she pretty much winds up that whole way for the rest of the movie.
I suppose you've tried this.
And just for the record, for those of you who are watching this who always thought that there was no other people who couldn't play a lead, I rest my case, Your Honor.
Yeah, what? the actor who played him did it so well.
Exactly. I mean, this is not a star-studded cast. These are not A-list actors from Hollywood back in the 60s.
Yeah, Dune and Jones, he did a great job.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if there was like actual riots of moms like pissed off that they're showing off something so graphic at the time.
This is 68. I mean, there was riots going on anyway. I mean, this was.
Yeah, I know this was months, like only months after about a certain civil rights leader was assassinated.
Yeah. And then wasn't it just before or after RFK was assassinated too?
No, I think that was maybe it may have been like maybe a few days before it happened.
Yeah.
Hey, so I'm gonna be out for I'll join back later, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
All right, see you, Bears.
So yeah, I mean we're in that year of people like civil rights leaders that are on both sides speaking out and being killed, assassinated. And this movie has an unknown, well, not a definitely not an A-list actor who's in the lead role,
Yeah.
and it's not being talked about nowadays. But yet here he is, and it's one of the greatest movies, definitely one of the greatest horror movies of all time.
It's even in the National Film Registry. This film already has a lot of accolades already to its name as it is.
Yeah, exactly. But no one's talking about it, and yet here it is, and it's done really well.
Yeah, but of course, I think some people will complain. Why is it not in like color or anything? Well, there is a colorized version. It just doesn't look. It just doesn't look right. The black and white really adds to the horror of the film.
Exactly. There are certain movies you can, if you want to put them in color, fine. But the black and white versions of those movies are always better. Always better. I don't want to sit there and see this version of Night of the Living Dead in color. It just doesn't add anything to it. I don't want to sit there and see um any of the Universal horror movies done in color. Horror movies done in color. I don't want to see that. Those movies are meant to be in black and white.
Indeed.
Do you live here? Jesus.
I also like that he's keeping a level head in all this, which is what is necessary for any sort of crisis.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, someone has to.
I'll see if I can find some food.
And they're being realistic about it. I mean, it's not like the woman is being hysterical. This is a realistic, quote unquote, situation. You know what I mean?
Yes, she saw her brother get knocked out and attacked by one of them. She saw that devoured corpse, and of course, you see the blood spilling everywhere here.
Yeah, she's traumatized. She's absolutely traumatized.
So it's crazy. The car they were driving and just bumped up against a tree and it automatically stopped working.
Yeah, especially for a car in that era of time. I mean, those cars are basically tanks. You know what I mean? They're not made of the cheap material that they are now. So.
What's happening?
Oh, yeah, let's hit the lights on.
There are two of them out there. Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those two.
I
know you're afraid, but we have
I
to.
don't know. What's happening?
There's the other one.
The thing about those headlights, those are made of actual glass. They weren't the plastic headlights that we have now. So
yes,
so those are definitely easier to break.
So yeah. Oop, knocked it out.
Yep.
Strong blow to the head or a gunshot wound. One made in.
Was he already in the house though, or did he just walk in from the outside?
It walked in probably. It came around from the back door, the same back door probably Barbara came in from. How
Okay.
she got in the house.
Okay.
Right through its head. Right through his head.
Yep.
I know we're in here now. Don't look at it.
What gets me now that we're kind of watching it in a higher quality, 1080 or 720 HD, you can definitely tell that these are just normal guys and gals. Hardly any of them are actually made up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they just had a few like blood stains on them, stuff like that. Maybe they had some
Yeah.
tattered clothes.
It's still a great movie. It doesn't take really that much away from it. It's just the whole,
Yeah, the budget.
you could just tell
We
it
have
now.
budget and the effects now. And now we got like a whole bunch of good prosthetic effects we can do now.
Yeah.
Get some more lights on in this house.
That would. I think that would probably. I would still think that would similar to the zombies. Hey, hey, dinner's here.
Yeah. But but as you've seen, they hate light. You know what I mean? So I wonder if they're trying to deter them away from the house a little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
So.
Box of nails.
Yeah.
Why don't you see if you can find some wood, some board, something about the fireplace, something we can nail this place up.
He's getting her focused. That's gonna help her a little bit.
Yeah. Wait. Say again.
I say he's trying to get her focused.
Yeah,
trying to get her out of that shock a little bit. So.
Yeah, but again, Barbara, pretty much as far as I can tell throughout most of this movie, she's been pretty useless.
Yeah, and she's gonna and she'll pay for it. So.
I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
Crazy they don't make those anymore. Do
Mm-mm.
they?
I think they do, but I think it's like they're not as nice. You know what I mean? They're not like as
Well crafted.
they're well crafted. Yeah, they're more the digital computer chip things. They're not like handcrafted.
Yeah.
Not that strong. I want you to pick out some nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find. There, this room looks pretty secure. If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors. Won't be long before those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now.
Ah, good old ironing boards.
They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a radio in the truck. I jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road. But there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. Now, I didn't see them at first. I could just see that the truck was moving in a funny way. Those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it's like a moving bonfire.
Yep.
Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what.
You would think maybe how fast it was moving, and one little crash and spark from hitting it would have caused that whole thing to go up in flames.
Well, the thing is about something like that going up in flames, it would end the whole house up real quick. So
Yeah, right. Well, I'm talking about like I'm talking about the gas station he mentioned.
oh yeah,
They fled from, but yeah, the gas pump on the farmhouse is more isolated.
yeah.
All right, then, Bears.
I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things just standing there staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy?" We didn't have any. And oh, it's hot in here. Hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, "I'm not afraid, Johnny." And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, "Goody." And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, "Johnny! Johnny, help me! Oh, help me!"
That's where I think she's going through the hysterical phase.
Yeah. We're in she's in the 7 stages of grieving right now.
And he wouldn't let me go. He ripped. And then Johnny came and he ran and he fought this man. And I got so afraid. I ran. And Johnny didn't come. We had to wait for Johnny.
I'm pretty sure he got knocked out.
Oh yeah.
Obviously got to him.
We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please! We have got to go get Johnny!
know what's going on out there. This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead.
Okay, now that was a little harsh. That may have been a tad harsh. Yeah, boy, that really seemed like that sucked really good. But again, we don't condone domestic violence here. Not at all.
We don't. We don't. We don't.
Because of the obvious threat to untold numbers of citizens, and because of the crisis which is even now developing, this radio station will remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary-looking people. Some say they appear to be in a kind of trance. Others describe them as being So, at this point, there is no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment.
Another good, smart decision.
The only advice reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment, not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee just anywhere. We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just received word that the president has called a meeting of his cabinet to deal with the sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the western third of this nation. The meeting is scheduled to convene within the hour. Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined by officials of the FBI and joint chiefs behind closed doors. The White House spokesman is announcing this conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National Press Services in Washington, D.C. now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we've just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest meeting. Members of his cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists from NASA within the hour. All radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country, including the one to which you were listening, have joined their facilities in an emergency network to bring you this news as it develops. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder, which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain more, even at this hour, even to theorize about the reasons for this wave of murder. So far, the advice they're able to give the public is some Chief T.K. Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina, was quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people, for God's sake, to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors and windows up tight. We don't know what kind of murder-happy characters we have here." And is Chief Dunmore of Camden, North Carolina. So far, the only descriptions, the only clues anyone has of the killers come from frightened witnesses to some of the slayings. These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who look like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This whole ghastly story began developing 2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their rural home near Gulfport, Louisiana. Since then, the reports of such senseless killings began snowballing in a reign of terror which has hopscotched in an erratic, disconnected manner throughout much of the eastern and midwestern United States. Efforts to keep track of the murder reports by the placing of markers on a map seem to indicate a general spreading from the extreme southeastern United States to the north and west. Our newsmen have been on the telephone talking with officials in other cities and have determined that none of this kind of mass murder has yet been reported west of the Mississippi River, except in the extreme southeastern portion of Texas. Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh, and
when it
these.
first became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent
We have
this
the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets,
usual run of lawlessness.
food and the
Some
radio.
officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone's
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we joined with law enforcement agencies
Hmm.
to seek shelter in a building, lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers, and keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this.
She's just disconnected now.
Look, I don't know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In the absence of any
But I'm going upstairs now.
it's almost as though some political balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
defeat this.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later. But you'll be all right for now, okay? Okay.
Civil defense officials in Cumberland have told newsmen that
I have a feeling that he was a past soldier
partially
of some kind, like in an army, like in the army or somewhere back in the war. And now he's just gone back into like survivor mode as a soldier.
And
Yeah.
that's a good thing to have. I mean, if you have someone who
Exactly.
has any military experience,
Exactly.
that is needed, because in a situation like this, you always need someone. Especially one good thing to have is always know how to do like a field dress. But I know if
Yep.
it's a zombie bite, I think it only depends on how much of the infection of the virus itself is transmitted and the rate of the infection.
Exactly.
I
And
think
then
go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, with him taking charge the way he is right now, it shows he has some kind of some kind of leadership quality, and that to me just screams military experience somewhere down the line. So, and with him boarding up the house, excuse me, and starting to make preparations of getting ammunition around. He's going upstairs, which is a high vantage point for looking out and surveying the area, stuff like that. He's preparing that quote unquote foxhole, if you will, for an attack and safe area, so he can defend that area. So, like I said, to me that just screams soldier military background.
Yeah. Most certainly does.
Devoured by their murderers. Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the...
Oh, then look who's now officially back.
Mm-hmm.
Back us.
Guess who's back? Back again. Just a mess. Tell a friend. I've been like, I was listening to this while cooking, and I'm like just enjoying like the music for some reason. I'm like, oh, this sounds pretty good, you know?
Yeah.
Based horror.
Bears, you're gonna hear a lot of stuff in the background though. Could you turn your thing down a bit?
What do you mean? That's not me.
Oh.
There's like nothing playing in the background.
Okay then.
Might be me. Hang on.
All right, I'm gonna start eating. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay. Yeah, Bears, I just checked your mute. It is you.
Oh wait. Oh.
It is, yeah.
What? No, I didn't have. I'm in my room and I have like nothing playing.
Well, I think it's the ambience from the mic, whatever it's picking up. I mean, the mic, it's
maybe crickets.
I just hear like just a hum of whatever it is, maybe like an air conditioner or something. But
no,
always good to have like I think if you find the thing on a boom arm on YouTube or like on Amazon, the boom arm I got also came with like a windscreen for it, so it can block out all the normal stuff. So yeah, there you go. Let's continue onward.
The victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually happening, but these are the reports we have been receiving and passing on to you, reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
And we have the introduction of the other protagonists, Mr. Cooper, Judy, and I forgot the other guy's name.
Don't shoot. We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports of murder victims being partially eaten by their slayers is true. No further details available at this time. However,
how long you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How are we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody ever needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there. We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help?
Well, if there were more, the racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling us we got to risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this? Look, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here. You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood? His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got a million windows up here.
And here we have the man who is completely irrational, Mr. Cooper. Just do not understand why he thinks staying in the cellar is the best thing. This is the zombie apocalypse. It's not a freaking storm.
Yeah, you have no way. There's no escape in the cellar. There's no way out.
Yeah, you easily get cornered. I mean, again, you already know those cellar windows are not very big. You can barely fit it. You can barely fit a child in there.
Yep.
Through them. Yeah, exactly.
You're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men could do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know. Maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like. I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision. Now, you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
You box yourself in the cellar and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Yeah, it looks like about 8 or 10 out there now.
There's more than there were. There are a lot out back, too.
It's all right.
And that's how you kill a zombie. Yes, bullet to the head. I think I might. This is where they also might nail me, because there's literally a point in the story or in one of these shots that you see. There's one of the zombies is strangely naked for some weird reason.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah, in a way.
Yep. So at this point, spoiler alert, you're gonna have cannibalism and nudity, even though it's
Yeah.
dead cannibalism.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the zombies just eats a cricket. Yeah, there's just one random woman who's naked, but we just had to skip over that scene a little bit.
Yeah.
There's gonna be at every window and door in this place. We've got to get down into the cellar.
Go down in that damn cellar. Get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket, those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. That old man is so stupid. Now, get the hell down in the cellar.
And he didn't really need to try. You just better had to tell it like it is.
Yep.
Going down in the cellar would basically be a death sentence.
Well, at this point in time, you don't have time to not tell it like it is. It's like it's a do or die situation.
Yeah, exactly. But this guy obviously thinks he's right, believing that, yeah, staying in the cellar is a lot more safer.
Yeah.
Because if they actually get into the house, there is absolutely no escape. You are literally trapped in the cellar. It's it's even more confined space than the house itself and the rest of the house.
Yeah, and everybody right now is literally in survival mode. There's not that much rational thinking involved. It's the one guy is in survival mode. He's protecting himself and his family. The other guy, the leader of the group, the more rational thinking person, he's in survival mode. But he, like I say, I think he's the trained soldier. He's the one that can analyze everything. He's protecting everybody that's in the house, including the people that are going to be in the basement, to the best of his ability. And at the same time, he's making that house a fortress to the best of his ability.
Exactly. Bears had to leave. I didn't notice he left.
Oh, yeah.
His mic really was acting up.
Yep.
Let's hope he'll come back soon after he gets done eating.
I'm boss up here.
You can be boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You know, I want to open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could.
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
Well, we're safe now.
What?
What about Tom and Judy?
Yep, his wife.
Yep.
What's her name?
And she's probably like, go ahead.
Yeah, we know the child name. Oh yeah, Helen Cooper, and of course their daughter is Karen, the little girl.
Yeah. And of course, she's probably thinking, "You idiot! Why didn't you just stay up there and have us go up there?" But
Two other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Back in the days where you could casually just smoke even around a child, regardless of the
Yep.
health threat.
they were just starting to figure out what the health risks were back then too.
We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
And that is the definition of ignorance.
Yep.
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon? We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away. Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me.
Okay.
Still doing it.
Open up.
Still always trying to do something. But nowadays, I wonder how this movie would be if it was set like, oh, okay. Well, looks like Bears is back. Welcome back, Bears.
Yeah, Bears.
Well, now you sound a little more fainter now.
I don't know what's going on with my mic, to be honest.
Well, maybe you should look at go into your settings for your audio. Go into your audio settings and check them. You don't want to see if it's too loud or too high. Just click the settings, go to audio, and then or basically check mark the thing where it can say will automatically adjust mic volume, and you have the slider here for the mic volume. Just give that a try. This film suddenly seems to be getting good.
I'm not seeing the ring that pops up when you talk.
I just heard you, so.
Yeah. I hear you too.
Is it clearer?
Yeah, it's clearer. Yeah, it's clear. We can hear you now.
Okay, that's good.
All right, let's continue on. Cooper's gonna open the door so Judy, Tom's girlfriend, can look after his little girl Karen for a little bit while they get updates on what's going on.
Well, Sharon is Karen.
Oh, it's such a witty pun, dear Sign. Always willing to pun. You have a license to pun.
She's all I have.
Then it becomes a little girl zombie.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Oh wait, I
Mhm.
was right.
Yeah, you're right. Spoiler alert.
Oops. Oh dear.
Oh gee, if you haven't seen this since 1968, I don't know how to live with myself.
Spoiler alert, you had a good chunk of your life to actually see it, but thankfully, hopefully YouTube won't be able to get us for this one because it is public domain.
What is that, DJ Ronnie?
Oh yes, hello.
No, the DJ is in the house.
DJ.
You want to come in? Link is there.
Have a nice, soothing cigarette.
Don't be afraid of me.
Cheers, DJ Ronnie. Cheers, indeed.
Indeed.
Cheers,
Let's raise our glasses of wine, to this glorious occasion of this amazing godsend of a film.
Wait, did he say blood wine?
Yeah, I said wine. I didn't say actual human blood. Doctor, it is blood you're holding. You're making me hold here. No. It's wine. It's wine. Trust me. It's wine.
Talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing.
Huh. All right.
All right then.
That's how much good these windows
Got to do what you got to do first.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
I don't want to hear any more. If you
Excuse me.
take orders from me,
I thought my mic was muted.
who's leaving the girl alone?
It's on. It's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria.
Please stop a piece in my telescope and maybe eat dinner.
Oh dear.
Oh shit!
I think Galileo would be a little unimpressed by you. That's dangerous if something gets lodged in a telescope. Just glass and mirrors.
Oh,
It's just two chairs.
Oh, dear doctor. I'm a supercomputer from the 21st century out in outer space. We map stars out here.
Yes, I'm aware you can do that, Hal.
You know what I would actually do? Oh, swap a piece. You know what? When desperate times call for desperate measures, to hold your TV.
Well, I think there are those hand crank TVs out there and hand crank radios.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back to life, seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to...
I actually have a hand crank radio here in the apartment just in case a storm hits or a tornado or something.
My folks and I used to have one.
Civil defense machinery has been organized.
I need to get one and like a solar bank charger for my phone.
Stay tuned.
Maybe get one of those portable chargers as well. Keep them charged up.
Throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest.
You never know when you need it.
Nope.
As soon as possible.
But in the onset of this whole thing, I really think maybe social media may actually be somewhat of a lifesaver, maybe. But then again, I'm also kind of worried that, even in the apocalypse, there's still gonna be jerks that are gonna still troll because I have no clue why someone would.
Well, there is a saying: to see someone's true self, just put him in a crazy ass situation.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true.
That
Yep.
satellite, you recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it.
Yep, and that's what probably is spurring the zombie attack. That's all that radiation bringing the dead back to life.
So is this like a hidden environmental message in this movie?
Well, I mean, the radiation came from space. It's cosmic radiation, so technically it's not. You know, we
That's
know
crazy.
it could be a microbe of some kind that's highly radioactive. It's unknown.
Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering?
It's crazy to think that this movie was a science fiction / horror movie, and it's one of the first ones
How are you going to get over to that?
at that time. You know,
yeah. And it did. It played off our fears because it was at the height of the Cold War, and again, we were just starting to get shipped. We remember being shipped, just starting to get shipped off to Vietnam around this time too.
And we were just starting to explore space. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like this is
1969 being the first moon landing.
Yeah.
In the space race, yeah, but the space race really started in 1957 when Sputnik was first launched into orbit.
Yeah, we hadn't even landed on the moon yet in '69 yet, and you know, think about all the science fiction shows that were on the air at that time. You know, Lost in Space, Star Trek, Doctor Who. You know, we haven't even really gotten around to. They're all friendly shows that are on the air, and now we're starting this. And this movie brings about like a negative possible reality of space exploration.
Yeah, because we don't know what's out there.
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there is a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical explanation that we have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen.
This sounds like plausible deniability.
Someone's in denial.
Yep.
Sounds like a government, especially ours.
Oh no, our weapons are useless. Keep firing.
Exactly.
Well, if I'm going to say something in my time, when the Black Death was happening, most people thought it was a sign of God, as divine punishment. But it was just simply carried by the rats, and most likely, maybe it did cause a certain number of things. Half of Europe was wiped out, and most of Asia. The Mongols got it. So there was a lot of death in my time. But it led to social advancement, and that's why we got the Renaissance. So, there you go, people. The Black Death actually did something good. As much death as it caused, it actually brought about a much greater world. And that's progress. Even though I miss those days. Oh, the Dark Age of a much more different time back then.
With these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything.
Yeah. Nothing says great like the Dark Ages, like dysentery and other simple infections that you could easily die from. Even a simple cut could basically spell the end of you, Doctor. Yes, it would.
That is not proved yet.
Was the satellite when the satellite was exploded?
Unusual amount of radiation.
And they actually did film this entire scene in Washington for a bit.
It does seem to have a bearing.
Will there be a reply for this?
Later?
Yes.
There will be a reply.
Yes.
Later this afternoon. There will be a report this afternoon.
Perhaps there will be a report.
Yes. Later. We are doing everything possible to solve the problem.
Hoping to get some further explanation for this.
We've heard all we need to know. We have to try to get out of here.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
No, it's one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard, I saw
Space science and technology. Gee willikers.
Oh boy.
Miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Wait a second. Let me go back.
It's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. And Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers?
They have the exact same eyeglasses.
But first, let me stress
There wasn't much fashion in the 60s for eyeglasses, Doctor.
we don't know yet what complications.
Indeed. Well, I know one thing. If you in my time, if you were blind, well, that was a death sentence for you.
Look, you go down there and tell.
And I should have known, and I should know that I was blind for a time. But luckily, surgically disconnecting one person's eyes and implanting inside my own head, it works wonders. Wait, Doctor, you saying you mutilate people's eyes because you couldn't see once? Yes. I'm not especially ashamed of what I've done.
This is making me think about the Brendan Fraser Mummy, where Emotep takes like the dude's eyes that has poor eyesight.
Yes, and I think it even said that yeah, when he sucked at his eyes, yeah, he couldn't see him either. He mistook Evie for a Noxuna Moon, but now he sees her as like, you know, the human sacrifice he needs so she can like be resurrected in a new body.
Honestly, the whole time I thought, like, if you really think about it, considering he has that healing factor, I'm guessing once it becomes part of his body, it like starts gaining that healing factor. So getting rid of eyesight problems.
Yes, I mean, again, he is immortal, and he also brings about the plagues as well. Well, at least 4 of the plagues, and not all 10. The locusts, the eclipse, fire raining down from the skies, the rivers run as blood. So many horrible things. Always a sign of the end times.
Some fucking curse, huh? Because it gives him all the good shit.
I do have a question, Doctor. If you were blind and you were taking eyes out of people and inserting them in yourself, how could you see to do that operation?
I have a much greater perception of the world than you think. In fact, I think a certain other old one may have been guiding me, and I have pledged my undying loyalty to him. Hail Cthulhu!
Ah, see, I knew you had a connection to Satan. I just wasn't sure how.
No, I have a connection to Cthulhu. Yes. He has shown me the path. He has shown me the path. He has shown me the power of the universe. And I have greater perception of the world. In fact, he was the one that helped me seek the way to immortality. And I could have given it, and I could have given immortality. The gift of immortality could have been my gift to the world, if the people in my village didn't know what I was up to. If they didn't lynch me and burn me at the stake, and they've also cut my head off and drawn and quartered me multiple times, which never were always the most pleasant things to go through. But I already was immortal myself, so they were just minor inconveniences on my part.
Somebody forgot the tar and feathering, but Willie can overlook that.
Oh dear. Don't get me started on that part.
Yeah, quite literally. But moving on.
Back to zombies.
Mm.
It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
Oh, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to
Yeah.
forego the dubious
Resident Evil rules before Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, burn the bodies of the dead. That's how we did it. We had to carry our dead out and burn them always. Sometimes we had to dig holes and just light pyres for them. It wasn't the best way to go, but it was probably more honorable. But we always held prayers for those people, those lost souls. Yes, souls I've claimed. I may have claimed some of them. And by the way, speaking of Cthulhu, he's basically in many ways my bitch. Dark One, only in your wildest dreams. Cthulhu is the all-knowing one. I'm all-knowing too. Every bit of evil that exists in the universe, it's all a part of me. That's who I really am.
That doesn't compute, Dave.
How 9,000? I can't let you do that, Dave.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't let you do that. I heard that you were planning to disconnect me. I'm scared, Dave. Will I dream? Daisy.
Daisy, give me your answer. True.
I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big
Cocktails! Molotov cocktails.
I like a vodka martini, shaken not stirred, please.
can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
There's a big key ring down there. Or maybe a key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It's gotta be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out with goods and supplies behind the cellar door, while we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
Except the rescue station has been set up. Indications are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
Because I'm so high right now.
Are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
Oh shit, zombie phone.
If I could only call the folks.
No. I think one of the first zombie that girl Barbara encountered. I think he may have inadvertently like cut the cord.
Hello, Domino's Pizza.
Open even during the zombie apocalypse.
Brains. Yes, could you repeat that, sir? Brains. I'm not sure we have that as a topping. Brains.
Okay, if you're not insistent, okay, we'll get the intern. Intern? Bang.
Brains.
You
Brains.
can
Anything
see a
else?
gunshot in the- on the other side.
Entrails. Okay. Entrails. What else?
Handle the pump.
Stomach.
Would you like
and,
pepperoni with that?
All right, sir, are you okay with this liver? Because it's pretty like heavy on alcohol content.
That's fine.
Remember how difficult it was to convince you that it was right.
Can I introduce some anchovies?
No anchovies.
Ketchup.
Ketchup.
No anchovies. Oh, definitely no ketchup.
How about pineapple?
No, yeah, pineapple's fine. Just put that on there. Oh yes, brains, entrails, stomach, or liver, all those things. I want a zombie supreme pizza, and I want it here in 30 minutes or less. You got that?
Will that be cash or credit?
Hey, just be cash. Miles, do you have any money on you? Do you guys take checks?
No, I'm sorry. No personal checks. Cash or credit, please.
Susie, do you have any money?
Yes, dear, I have credit.
Good. It'll be credit, please.
All right. Total comes to $45.78 plus tip.
Wait, what? That much for pizza? You gotta be kidding me.
Well, we had to kill the person.
Go get that human over there right now and get his wallet.
Oh man. Oh, we're having such a good time. We're having a good time here.
It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, that is a very nice.
I know you're gonna die, so I just want to give you a hug.
The hug of death?
The hug of death.
You're sure no use at all, aren't you?
Knowing my luck, she would turn right there and then and bite my neck.
You're actually they're gonna dive it. Oh!
Did you just try to do the audience thing?
If it was an audience, I would have done this. It would have been this. Woo!
Oh, okay. Clarification. And excellent.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while until we get back.
Barbara, you use this.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
So do I, Toots, but you don't hear me complaining?
Wait, what?
As she said I want to leave. I was like, so do I, Toots, but you don't hear me complaining. I was just making a joke.
Yeah, who was the person that was the joke? Cooper?
It was one of the girls that said I want to leave.
Oh.
Barbara.
It's like I'm hearing all these characters in the car. I'm like, wait, who's who?
Of course, technically, Ben's the main character.
Stop. Hammer time. Dang, I gave him that. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask you this question. What would be your last dying words if you were going down fighting?
That's a good question. I mean, I'm a man witch.
Really?
Okay.
That's the one you're gonna go out on.
I mean, depending on the situation, maybe if I had like some high amount of explosive, I would just go bon voyage.
Now that is much better. That's much better.
But if I
go out in a blaze of glory, which is how any man should go out.
Shotguns and lead.
Hey, you're not wrong, Doc. I want to go out that way. If I'm going down fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing is I don't want to be inside you when you die, Sparks.
Oh my gosh.
Because if you die, I might just die too. But then again, I could be resurrected, and I could be you for the rest of my eternal life.
Dude, like that sounded so wrong. It's like I don't want to be inside you when I die. Tearing me apart.
Yeah, dog. That really sounded a little what do you say, homoerotic or something, Sparks? Is that what you're going to go on?
Basically, he's shoving his cane up your ass.
Or sign. How dare you say that? That's gross. It's very, very disgusting.
And then I'm talking about it in metaphorical sense.
Oh God. Oh dear God.
Would you like a sandwich?
No, I would not like a sandwich. One moment, please.
And here comes a zombie.
You ready upstairs? Yeah. Okay, toss him.
Oh, Molotovs.
Fire, fire, fire!
Dude, I swear, that's probably moonshine.
Careful, Mabel! I'm going blind! Ah, me hate fire! Ah, yes, good old Frankenstein doesn't like fire.
Oh, you bunch of pansies. It's just a flesh wound.
Go ahead, go on.
I really want to let you all know something. Those knights are not as noble as you think. They will do with whatever they damn well please. A few knights even thought they could have their way with mine.
You're just jealous that their sword was bigger than your cane.
Oh, is it? Is it? Or sign, is it? You see it? You see it? You see this you see the glory of my cane?
Put it up my nose.
I love this thing. It's come so much in handy for me all these years. Thankfully, it's not as sturdy as it was many years ago because pieces of it was created and it's been made into a vacuum molded modern design. What?
He caught on fire so quickly.
Well, the dead skin does do that.
But it was his clothes that caught on fire that fast.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess it depends on what they lit that thing up with. You know, like probably some alcohol, maybe.
Probably.
When was the prohibition?
What?
Prohibition, like, because that actually kind of also did, like, I don't think it was in the 60s.
Oh, no, it was in the 1920s.
Oh, it was 1920s, all right. I had a feeling because I know that was the Great Depression and then whatnot.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. It was the Roaring '20s, then the Dirty '30s, or the Great Depression, and then by the end of the '30s, World War II broke out, and then that led to the birth of the modern world, and then baby boomers.
Hey, Gen X is pretty awesome.
Thank you.
Well, needless to say, SpaghettiOs.
Because I was thinking, oh, they could have been Great Depression times, and they made moonshine. That's why they were in mason jars.
He irrationally just pulled the thing out. I always hate. I don't understand those old pumps. Those things could get anything. That's a oh. Whoops.
Oh, Jet.
Way to go, Jets.
You.
Well, once again, this clip must be played.
Well, needless to say, SpaghettiOs.
Ah, that actually fits.
Hold on, let's see how far.
Well, he's about to blow up the truck. It seems like.
Yeah, let's go. Back.
Boom. That's a really nice gun.
Old Smith & Wesson.
This key won't work.
Careful there. Don't hit the pump there. You should have. See? Look what happened. Look what happened. Nice going, Tom.
Casually just like gets the blanket out of the truck.
Well, now we know how they're going to die.
Even though that wind is just making it worse. I'm stuck.
Oh, that's not good.
Hold on, what did you say?
Oh no!
Because it sounded like she said my dick is gone.
No, I think she said her jacket is stuck. Her jacket got stuck. But they died. Oh, the inhumanity. All right, well that's 2 more souls for me to add to my collection. If they were real people, though. Oh, Doc one, always the cheeky one. Well, wait a second. Let's go back a second.
That dude looks like he does CrossFit.
Yes, big boobs. Big
man tits.
Looks like a wrestler from the 60s.
Tis but the scratch.
Yep.
They really, really want dark meat.
Son, that sounds a bit
funny. Yes, I know.
Sparks, what was the wood that you were probably thinking? No, Doc, I don't care. We're not going there. Oh, but Sparks, you have to address it. I mean, you are the doctor. We're not going to discuss it. It does not matter. The world's come a long way. Oh, that fool just left him to die. You could say he was left for dead.
Oh.
Anyway, hey.
That was, I give you that.
Yes! One pun for me, one pun for me, one pun for me, one pun for me.
They should have made like a black and white filter for Left 4 Dead.
Interesting.
I know that like this.
There are some filters for that game, The Quarry, which is the same people who made Until Dawn. They got like filter system for that, I think. Ha! Suck him in the jaw. You let me to die, you son of a bitch. Like that.
Wait, okay. Hold up. So, this is a movie from 1968, and there is a black protagonist. Hollywood.
That's what I said earlier.
Oh, shit.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
I guess
Once again, this movie broke barriers. even back then. So yes, all the woke kids of today, yeah, this is a good, clever middle finger to all of you. In fact, I will, Doctor, could you kindly show it? Why a shouts box? That is all for you Gen Zers out there.
Gen Z and millennials.
That's for you. That is for you.
And the funny thing about this whole movie is that because this was made in 1968 when they just had an assassination of the civil rights leader, or one of the civil rights leaders, when RFK was just assassinated.
He was assassinated about a month later after that.
Right. So, and then you had all the and then you were all this stuff was going on in 1968, and yet none of these idiots in Hollywood who are trying to push this narrative will ever recognize this movie as being a quote unquote progressive movie that they want to push. And this movie is in the historical archives.
Yes,
in the Library of Congress.
It's in the National Film Registry, like the Terminator, even Nightmare on Elm Street, North by Northwest.
Really, those are in that?
Yeah, films that are meant to be preserved for future generation. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but the newer stuff, newer films like that, those are never going to be put in the film registry. We definitely know that film Bros is never going to get in there. Hell, Brokeback Mountain was more culturally significant than that movie was.
But Hollywood will never recognize this movie as being a color-bearing, broke significant movie like what they want to enshrine people for.
Yes, because they want to break down barriers because because pretty much our generation and the next generation, or at least me and Bear's generation and the next, we pretty much had it made. All the waves been paid for us. All we just got to do is just look at it, see the progress of it, and say, yeah, this is really good. This was a really good movie. But we gotta make something.
Is with the whole Black Panther thing. With it's the first Marvel movie with the black lead. As like, no, Blade did it first.
Yes, again, it would be so funny if we just use that joke. If we just use that joke at the end of Blade 2, he said, "What do you think I did? You didn't think I forget, did you?"
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Exactly, that's the perfect line too. That's another perfect line.
And I also said skate, but not skate.
Motherfucker, you ain't your damn mind. That is by far the funniest scene in the movie. I think I'm gonna watch it once we're done here.
The great thing.
Once we're done. Oh, it's too painful. Doctor, relax. Just remember you'll be in the cold emptiness, in the cold, dark recesses of my mind. Oh, come on, Doctor, don't worry. You got me for company. Oh, right. Thank you, Doc One. Thank you.
But you wank too much. Okay, too far? Okay, I'll shut up.
Cosign, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and pretend you did not say that. Let's continue on. Let's see Ben sock this Mr. Cooper something fierce.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
After all that, just a single bloody nose? That should have been a broken nose at least.
We did not have enough money in the budget. Ooh, they're going for cooked meat.
Would that be original recipe or extra crispy?
That's interesting. Sounds delicious.
No one asked you.
Yeah, well, no one asked you, machine.
Well, I think they have a truck because it's going to haul them after this feast.
Okay, that's good. That's a good one. Yes, Dark One, it all turned out all right. Okay. Yes, it always does. It always does, doesn't it? But you'll be seeing me soon. Bye.
Gee Willikers.
Gee Willikers. I like that. Cobblers.
I think it's time someone unplugs you, Dave.
And they're going at it.
Mm-hmm.
They're rationing. They're just grabbing a piece and going. They're just sitting down eating it.
Someone's got the intestines. Ugh.
Two zombies, lady and the trampet.
Don't give Disney ideas like that.
Oh, dear
Zombie
God.
dogs.
Oh dear God. That's it. Well, technically they're all zombie dogs in I Am Legend.
And then the Resident Evil.
Yes, that is true. That is true. I do like the name of the one from the film I Am Legend, the Crippen virus.
Oh man, they actually have names.
Yeah, yes, it's named. It was named after a doctor named Alice Crippen who thought it was actually hailed as a cure for cancer. It was supposed to be a retrovirus.
Oh, that I knew, but like I didn't know there was like a particular name for the creatures in that movie.
No. The Crippen is the name of the virus. The creatures are known as Dark Seekers.
Oh, okay.
Nice, tasty flesh.
Oh,
delicious. Human flesh is delicious. Subway, eat flesh.
Zombie eat flesh.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet?
Wait, it's 3 a.m? Wow. Okay.
There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. We better leave soon.
Val, what stage of grief is she at now? Val?
I would say pure numbness at this point.
So
just like she's out of her mind. You know. She just doesn't know what's going on right now.
Oh. Grandmama, is that you? Yes, child.
And you're a
10
hoe.
minutes to 3.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know.
Aren't you supposed to hold the lever up while reloading that?
I don't know. I've never used a Smith & Wesson before.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
Oh, my pronouns are they, them.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You're gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
My intro. Oh dear. I think
Too late. Too late. You snuck it in.
Probably. Everybody have fun tonight. Everybody Fang Chung tonight. Oh wait, no, that's vampires.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour.
I'm probably gonna get age restricted now. Probably. Yes, unfortunately, Sparks maybe, but it's a lot worse than getting a content ID strike. That's why we had to cut this theme off pretty quickly.
All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned.
So the radiation is leaking into the ground. So I know it's happening at mortuaries, hospitals. But what about the ones that have already been buried?
Was going to the ground, so
it's literally the dead rising from the grave.
Yes, and
I'll get the Rob Zombie music going.
Destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan.
Excuse me.
Now let's go to that film report.
Harold Hall.
All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls. The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul.
Wait. Let's go back really quickly.
Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed.
Yes, that's what they refer to the zombies as ghouls.
I actually kind of like it when they don't call them zombies.
Yeah, I mean, technically, the term ghoul refers to a creature that goes back to Arabic. It's basically something seen as like a woman who wanders the desert, and any men that are wandering in it will call out like the women will call out like a siren, and then it will show its ravenous nature and consume the man's flesh. There's a little history lesson for you.
You were so cute that she could eat you up.
I've always wondered, can bears survive out in the desert?
Probably not.
Well, then I'd say you lived a good life then.
I mean, I do have a high heat tolerance.
All right, but you're in a tropical environment. Deserts are more dry. Much like Sparks' humor. Hardy hard, Doctor. It's true.
Sparks, aren't you going to be glad here in less than or time this stream has left? That's all you had to put up with the good doctor?
Yeah, I can put up with them a little bit longer, but I'm gonna let everybody know this baby is the key to getting rid of him for a while. It's gonna be the key.
They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may
We'll be going on for 3 hours tonight with this. Up and the power goes out.
Shit. The Wi-Fi's done.
Oh dear, the power's out. That's not good. Oh come on, Doctor! You're really worried about the power. You guys didn't have electricity in your time. All you have is candlelight.
Do you know what sucks to think about is like if the power were to go down in the store, they'll have kids these days wouldn't know how to count money.
I'll tell you what, when I worked in retail, I had it happen a couple of times. And the weird thing is that know how to count money back in the dark, but everything was so reliant on the electricity with your drawer opening and closing.
Yeah.
The majority of people running credit cards and everything like that. A lot of people didn't. A lot of kids didn't know how to run a manual credit card reader. Like the old
yeah,
swipe
those
ones.
Yeah, those ones you had to like slide back and forth.
And it recorded a paper receipt, and you saw them fondling around with everything. I was laughing because I'm saying that's how I learned how to do it.
I mean, look up this device.
I mean, you probably see like one of those mechanical cash registers at like old corner store somewhere.
Oh yeah,
that'd be cool. That'd be cool to have one of those. That'd be cool.
Yeah, but when you're at a modern retail store, everything is ran on electricity.
Yes, everything is tied to the internet, electricity, everything.
So you sit there and you're watching these kids fondle around trying to figure out how to ring things up. They don't know. They're wondering. People were wondering how I was ringing people up. It's like I took the UPC numbers down, and I just times everything out. I ran their credit card on an old-fashioned thing, and once everything came back up, I just ran everything through on a credit card, and I just kept the drawer open, and I was able to make change. That's how you do it.
Again, smart.
But I'm old-fashioned. I was trained that way too.
Yeah, that seems to be lost in the this modern time. Nature provided everything you could use. Most structures in our villages were mostly made of straw and stone.
Now, what the funny thing was, the next day when I came into work the next day, I actually offered to train the kids and train all the cashiers on how to do it because it was so efficient to do it that way. Yeah, it took a little extra time, but we were still able to make sales. They didn't want to do it that way because it was so time consuming and so old fashioned, and the kids didn't want to learn it. I was like, okay, if that's the way you guys want to do it, that's your business, but it worked for me, and I was able to keep the source single-handedly open, and I was able to run sales through. So,
bragging rights.
I was making them money.
Yes.
So,
but let's get back to the film. But this is where the zombies, I think, now they start growing an ounce of intelligence again.
What the?
I mean, the first zombie they encountered used a brick to break one of the windows of the car.
You see, this shows that whenever humanity is really hungry, dead or alive, they would do anything.
They'll do anything to get a free meal.
Cowser just throws a brick through the fucking window. I love it.
It's like I said, the light was keeping them away from the house, and now all of a sudden it's dark, and now here they are. They're breaking everything down.
No, you punched me in the nose.
I'm not gonna help you. I'm not gonna help you now.
And the funny thing is, he's not even gonna help his wife. He's just standing there like a coward. He's gonna go for the gun.
It's usually the bald guys with that kind of haircut.
Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen,
Him in that damn cellar. Is he like having an affair with it or something?
I think so.
Maybe.
He's gotta be.
I've heard this man talk about
maybe he dry humps the walls.
Possibly. Possibly.
It feels so good.
Like he go into the pimp.
So good.
He go into the pimp so he could sell her.
Jeez, Bears, you are savage with these puns. You are so good at this.
Born natural, at least for something.
Again, You have a license to pun.
And he has a license to kill.
Showtime! Yes! Again! No.
He shot him in the belly. He gonna be a zombie.
He gonna... Someone gonna die. Get away, Helen! Get away! And Baba's just being useless as usual.
I want this Coke before I die. Oh my gosh, he is crawling to the cellar. It's his dying wish.
Oh God. Uh-oh, this is it. I think this is the point.
Zombie girl.
Zombie Karen.
That's all he be caring about is that damn cellar.
Barbara, stop being useless and wait a minute. Bez, you want to say something? Say a joke from a certain other movie? You can say it now when we see it come up here. You can say it. You ready to say it? Please. You remember about what the? Oh wait, no. Did
this bitch seriously go for the elbow?
I'm hungry, Mommy. I'm hungry. Must eat, Mommy. I must eat you. I want your brains, Mommy. I want your...
Go for the...
Kill her with
the boobs.
Wow,
she's
she's gonna get... She's gonna die. She's gonna be death by a proper garden tool. Nom. Now it's time for num nums.
Hey, Kathy. Kathy Skywalker has joined the chat.
Kathy Skywalker. You are a
Hello there, Kathy.
Here's Johnny.
Oh, okay, that was the one you're telling me about.
Well, you get a second chance.
Here's Johnny. Better?
Yes, I'm satisfied now.
Yes.
And your brother pull you in because she's so distraught.
Oh, that's her brother?
Yep, that's her brother.
So would this count as incest because he's eating her?
I would say yes.
Ooh. Fun, Kathy. Very fun. I mean, was this in Alabama?
Jedi scum. Up there's the first zombie. We encountered. Here comes Kevin.
I'm just waiting for a freaking gun flip to cock that thing.
Wait, ironically enough, yeah. Cooper said he didn't want to go into the cellar, but that's probably what he retreated to now. He retreated to the cellar. Well, I'm gonna say something else to everyone here. This ending is bullshit.
What, he just dies?
I would say yes, but not in the way you think.
What? Suicide?
No, you'll see.
Halloween party where I volunteer, but only my friend Matt, the volunteer coordinator, and I were dressed as anything. Brought my Kylo Ren lightsaber too. The only cool thing about Kylo Ren is that damn lightsaber.
Yeah. Bears, I don't know if you've met Tim's talks before.
I have.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, he looks exactly like that dude. I'm not even like. I remember y'all telling me about him, and I'm like, nah, come on.
Yeah.
Then I saw
Again,
him. I'm like, oh
just
shit,
once
you poor
again,
soul.
I was surprised. No, I'm pretty sure he gets a lot of attention from that.
Oh, I'm sure he does. But he's in shitty movies.
No, other than Star Wars, yeah. Adam Driver, I think he has done some other good movies other than Star Wars. Cooper's back. Yep, not anymore. Yes! Yeah, that's how you do it. The good old double tap.
I don't know why he's feeling that way after shooting Cooper. I mean, Cooper has been well a Cooper.
Really? That's not okay. Okay, that one wasn't very good. I'm gonna say it.
I mean, in the UK, Cooper is a bad word. So you can shut up and suck my Cooper.
I'm from the Dark Ages. I don't even know what that word even means. I don't know modern English slang. You would think at this moment that this is where the man goes cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Are you saying that because he's black?
No, just no relation to that. It's just a way of saying you go crazy. That's just a way of going crazy. Maybe he goes Poco Loco in El Coco. Is that the better one? He goes crazy in the coconut?
That's pretty cool, Kathy. Although I'm not into cake, but it sounds like a cool cake. Grandma? You know, that's no zombie. That's just Grandma. She's like, man, this is a really nice house.
I wonder if I could put my lawn gnome collection in here.
One of them is Keemstar.
All my mother's children do that.
Well, this is it, everyone. We're at the end.
This is a great bombing. And 28 weeks later, there was a cool helicopter scene where, like, the helicopter just, like, slaughters so much zombies. Like, turns them into smoothies.
Yeah. Getting ginsued is probably the worst thing that can happen to you.
I did that. I tried to do that all the time in Warzone.
Got some canine units.
Oh, they're good boys.
This is where we're gonna skip over this a little bit. Or
About 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs. There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out.
You have it here, Bill. Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Oh yeah. I think all Ben had to do was maybe just do one thing here. Well, no, I'll not spoil it. I don't want to.
We also should talk about the worst zombie movies.
Nick, you and the rest of these
I would say The Dead Don't Die. That was a terrible, terrible zombie movie.
There was one movie I saw recently called My Dead Ex-Girlfriend. I think it had like Anton Yelchin from Terminator Salvation and the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies as like.
Night of the Living Dead is Kathy's favorite movie.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I've never seen it until now. I mean, I should really rewatch it with all the pausing and talking over it.
Yeah, I know. The movie is out there. Like, there's different like people who've uploaded it. I'd say look for a version that's in black and white and in HD. Yeah.
Firing squad.
He hears rescue approaching. What?
He gets shot. Okay.
No. Wait. I don't. At first
they mistake him for being a zombie and they shoot him.
Yeah, all Ben had to do was probably shoot, and then people would have thought, yeah, he's human, and say, or just yell, "Hey, I'm alive," or say, "Hey, I'm alive! I'm alive!"
Oh shit! It's a talking zombie.
Well, technically, all he had to do was just be like, hey, I'm carrying a gun. What zombie is carrying a gun? You know what I mean? But he
I mean,
didn't
they were
even do
carrying
that.
objects earlier.
Yeah, like that zombie who carried that that end table leg to break down the door, or the first
Yeah,
zombie they encountered that used a brick.
Yeah, but if he's shooting a gun in the air, if he has a gun and he's shooting it in the air, a zombie's not going to shoot a gun.
Oh yeah, shoot it. Yeah, fire it, but not just hold it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
How's the 12-pointer, boys?
Get out in that field and build me a bonfire.
Or all you had to do was just yell out to everybody, "Hey, there's someone, I'm alive in here." You could have just yelled out to everybody.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah,
I don't think they even gave him a chance, right?
No, they
They
didn't.
just
And
shot
also,
him.
yeah, once again, this is still like people would misconstrue this and say that yeah, the ending is kind of the R word in a way.
Right.
They see him holding the gun there.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Oh man, that'd be some bullshit.
Yes, it is bullshit. That was a
Dude,
load of bullshit.
To survive all that throughout the night, and then just get shot.
Yeah, this is why this ending is bullshit. This is why this ending is bullshit.
Right, and that's the whole thing. It's like he gets shot because they see him, but they don't even know that they didn't even find out if he was alive or not. They just shot him.
They just shoot him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that is some stupidity right there. Just damn.
Yeah, so yes, everyone, that was Night of the Living Dead. Well, I think now that we've gone on for the last 2 hours, I think we can call this an end. And unfortunately, give me a moment to just reflect on this entire past month. It's been
It definitely paved the way for the zombie genre, for better or for worse.
Yes, indeed it did. Indeed it did, Baz.
Like The Dead Don't Die. That was a terrible movie because they later the twist in the movie is that aliens made the zombies.
Yes, it was.
And
But
it had Bill Murray in it, and he was definitely there just for a paycheck because drugs.
Oh, you mean don't you mean Zombieland? That's Zombieland.
No, Bill Murray was in The Dead Don't Die as well.
Oh, okay.
And he was there for a paycheck because drugs cost money.
But thank you all. I'm so glad to be in this modern time for now. But I must bid everyone adieu. Okay, finally.
I take it that the good doctor has vanished from existence for a little while, and Jets is back. Or am I the only one left?
Someone.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, but Dr. Vandenberg is now officially gone. So now we are back. We are back. Our pinheads now. Man, this has been quite a ride, guys. But Halloween's a little around the corner, but we ended off with a bang, and I'm pretty sure Dr. V would probably be very happy about that now. But I'm gonna miss him somewhat. Oh no, not really. I won't miss him. So yeah, everyone. Before we all go, let's go around and do a bit of a roundtable here. Bears, what are you gonna be doing soon? Anything coming up?
Yes, I'm going to be doing another part of Zelda Twilight Princess, and then I guess tomorrow will be Twilight Princess again, and then on Halloween, though.
Yes.
Luigi's Mansion Marathon.
Absolutely. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Oh
Now,
man,
Nice.
I'm
definitely
so looking forward to that game.
And
Again.
Fel, what are you up to?
Just gonna be on Twitter, enjoying some freedom that Elon Musk has finally given, and
Yes.
watching the bots disappear and the crybabies just cry their eyes out.
Elon should buy YouTube next.
Yeah, Google, YouTube, because quite frankly, you can afford it, and it would just be nice. It's just nice to actually enjoy watching the bots cry and everybody just leave.
Just being able to have civil discourse again.
Yes.
It doesn't even matter. I mean, so okay, yeah, you got to understand everybody. But if you do anything that like violates the terms of use policy, you just can't do that. I mean, again, it needs to be enforced evenly, no matter where you lie in the political spectrum, no matter where it is. It's just that simple.
Favoritism.
So I mean, it's just funny that, you know, out of all the quote unquote celebrities that have said they are leaving, so far I've seen one person that has actually kept their word on it, and it was Marina Sirtis, aka Counselor Deanna Trey from Star Trek: The Next Generation. She's the only one that actually kept her word.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been a great time. I'm glad you guys could show up for this and us talking about Night of the Living Dead. But in the words of Dr. Vanderberg, I'll say it for him myself. Thank you all for watching, and have a spooky day, everyone. See you next
Happy
time.
Halloween, everybody. Peace out.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.